So start by taking your first piece of material, and you want the material to be just a little bit stretchy. It doesn't have to be super stretchy, but just a little bit. And then you just want to take it and cut a strip about 2.5 inches wide and about 2 inches longer than the circumference of your head. And then you'll get your second piece of material. In this case I'm just going a little hillbilly with a John Deere. So you'll just lay that out, and then you'll take the first piece you cut, lay that on top of your second piece of material, and then you're just going to use that as a guide to cut another strip the same width and length. So you'll end up with 2 strips of the same width and length. So then you're just going to lay your strips out. You want the printed side up on one and the printed side down on the other. So basically the printed sides are together, the right sides are together, and then you'll just sew down the edges of both of them, sew them both together, about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. So here it is after I've sewn the two of them together. So then you end up with kind of a little tunnel there. And so you just want to turn everything right side out through that tunnel. Sometimes it helps if you use scissors or a knitting needle to push them back right side out. So then once you've got them right side out, you should have one design on one side and one design on the other. So then you just want to take an iron, and you just want to flatten out your headband and iron along it, and that will kind of help the seam stay in place. And just go all the way down, ironing it and spreading it. So then once you've got it done, you should have a nice flat headband with a print on each side. And so for the back, what you want to do, there's 2 ways to do this. One is to fold the edges under on one side, and then tuck the other side into the one you just folded under. And then you just sew that down through all the layers. But I found that makes it a little bit bulky when you're wearing it, so the way I like to do it is you fold the edges under on both sides, just a little bit, and then you just zigzag stitch down the center. And you want to make sure that when you're folding these, that you have them folded under far enough so that it fits your head. So just fold the edges under on one side, and then take an iron and iron those in place so they stay nice and folded. And then you'll just flip the headband over and do the same thing on the other end, just folding your edges under. And again, you want to measure as you're going to make sure that your headband is the right length. But you'll just fold your edges under again on the other side and iron them in place so that nothing comes undone when you're trying to sew the edges together. And so then of course you'll just fold those around towards each other and zigzag down. So here it is once I've zigzag stitched it. You can see it on both sides. And so then now you'll just want to tie off the ends into knots. And then you're going to want to hide the thread so that you don't see it on either side. So just take a needle and push it through right where the bottom of the thread is, and poke it up somewhere farther down the headband. And you just run the tails of the thread through the eye of the needle, and then you'll just pull those through so the tails are sticking out halfway down the headband now. And you just cut those tails off, and they're hidden on the inside of the headband, so you can't see the knot on either side then. And you do the same thing with the other end. So here's what the completed headband looks like. You got your space prints on one side, your John Deere on the other. So then to put it on, you just take the headband, whichever side you want to wear out, put that side out, slip it down over your head, pull your hair over it, and then push up the headband, and probably have to rearrange your hair a little. So there's the one side, and so then to wear the other side, slip the headband off, flip it right over, and then just do the same thing, put it on your head, throw your hair over it, and then just slide it back up. And so there's the other side of the headband, reversible.